So hello everyone and welcome back to Bind and More. So the Champions League is coming back this week, and with me today I have Aritroda. He's a huge Dortmund and Marco Reus fan. So Aritroda, welcome to the channel.
Hi, great to be here.
Yeah. So
We actually uh,
uh,
uh, we actually tried this a long time ago. We've been
hmm,
trying this for a long time. Finally,
finally. So today we will talk about Dortmund mostly and what to expect from Dortmund this season and the Champions League Group F, matlab the group of death. It's not, you can't even call that group of death. It's more than that. I mean,
it's an unpredictable group. Actually, no,
yes,
nobody
too
can predict
unpredictable.
any of the matches.
Yeah. So we have Rangon is here. He's a huge Dortmund fan as well. So let's start with last season first. Last season heartbreak. I mean, we all know what happened in the last match day of the Bundesliga. I still can't believe that Dortmund bottled that the league. Uh, what's your thought?
Tough to even now. It's tough to express my thoughts. I mean, we were so close, 90 minutes away from breaking uh, 10 years of depression, whatever you can call it. After going two goals down, I thought we will turn it around with the home crowd and all. Uh, Royce coming in. Actually, wasn't meant to be, I guess.
When Guerrero scored, I
Even
also thought that now Dortmund will come
yeah,
back
yeah, yeah.
because last season in many games Dortmund came from behind and won the game. But I
Yes.
guess, what can I say?
Even when actually Korn equalized, I thought somehow they will actually give us the result we were hoping for. But then Musiala turned up. That was class, actually. That was a great goal.
Brilliant.
Actually, they
That
were worthy of the title. We were not good enough over the 34 match days, actually. After the World Cup, we were actually we turned up, but not consistent enough, I guess.
yes, first half was of the season wasn't that good from Dortmund, and
We were
I
actually sick.
remember I remember before the World Cup, Dortmund lost to I think Hertha Berlin. They lost, if I am not wrong.
We lost two in a row just before the World Cup, Gladbach and Wolfsburg.
Dortmund won't win a single match in Champions League. This is,
Very
I
likely,
mean,
very
you should
likely.
you should give some hope, Rangan. A little bit hope
We,
at
uh,
least.
with Milan losing 5-1, Newcastle is a bit topsy-turvy. They can win games, but they haven't been in the Champions League for a while now.
Yeah,
They are
I
playing
guess.
Champions League after a long, long time. So, and the main thing is the atmosphere in our home games. Those three games will be a huge boost. The away games, not so much. Our record in the Champions League away is especially very, very poor, very poor. We haven't won, like, I guess, in a while. Last Champions League away win, I don't even remember, was against Monaco or something in the knockout stages.
Oh, knockout stages. That's it. Um, in those three home games, Dortmund have to take at least 6 points
At least
or 7 points.
6 or 7 points
Yes,
should be the goal,
yes.
minimum.
Otherwise, Dortmund have no chance to progress to the round of
No,
16.
no, I don't think so.
Yes, I
But the thing is,
PSG looks strongest here in this group, and
hmm,
I mean their transfer window has also been very good.
their
They bought
transfer
some
window has been
great
solid,
players.
absolutely solid. But
Yes.
then again, they are dependent on a few individuals. Individuals very strongly dependent on a few individuals, and they have early injuries too. Marco Asensio is injured, Kimpembe is a doubt, Nodi Mukiele is injured. So uh, the early game, the game tomorrow is a huge game for us to open the Champions League strong, to begin the Champions League strong rather, and lay a foundation
I-
basically.
is Mbappe a doubt for tomorrow? I mean, he missed the match against Germany.
No, I don't think so. He played against Nice, scored a brace, and looked rather good. He will start. The the trio up front should be Kolomuani, Dembele, Mbappe, or instead of Kolomuani,
Ramos,
maybe Gonzalo
Ramos.
Ramos. Yeah,
Yes, Ramgon is saying last season the game against Bremen was the biggest bottle job in the history of bottle. Yeah, man, I still
that being
remember
said,
three goals in the last few minutes.
that game and the Stuttgart game. Stuttgart game was equally
Yes,
poor. We scored
Stuttgart was.
what should be the winner actually 3-2, and they even with 10 men they actually equalized 3-3, 90 plus 5, I guess. And the Bokam game, though there were some referee decisions that went against us, but still we should have won those couple of games. Actually, we should the situation scenario shouldn't have been dependent on the last match day. That being said, we should have won that game, but still we should have never let it for the last match day. Left it for the last match day.
Schalke game too.
Yeah, Schalke game too. Yeah, we were 2-0 up, I think.
I mean,
Guerrero played
the
in
last
midfield.
season was Dortmund's golden opportunity to win this league again because Bayern didn't have a number nine proper. Now we have Kane. You know, we have strengthened the squad even more. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it will be very
Bayern squad
difficult for Dortmund.
looks thin, but they have world class players in every position. Every position. They haven't got a weak link in any whether it be midfield, defense, or up front.
Hmm.
Depth, I mean, two, three players in every position at least.
Yes,
Couple of players,
except
maybe
the
you can say
midfield,
off form,
except the midfield, I think.
Gnabry, Goretzka, etc. But they are pretty solid.
Hmm. Now let's talk about Dortmund's transfer window this season. Let me open transfer market. Hmm. So let's search Dortmund. How to see? Yeah. So these are the players Dortmund bought this season. So let's start with Felix Nemecha. He has started some games. He came from the bench in some. What do you think of
Haven't
him
played
so far?
much. Haven't played much to give an outlook just now, but definitely if we combine the transfers of Sabitzer and Nemecha, then also it's not a, what can I say, not even half the replacement that Bellingham gave us. But Nemecha has potential, but
Ben
overall I
Ben
don't think it.
Sebaini looks good so far.
Benzema looks good, yeah. Defensively an upgrade over Guerrero, but
Uh,
uh,
yeah, not attacking wise.
hmm, going up front he is not that good.
And Nicholas Fulkrug. was a surprise
Niklas
buy. I didn't
Fulkrug,
expect that from Dortmund
yeah,
because
it
Dortmund
was
already has
last moment by
uh, yeah, Dortmund
Haaland and
already have
Mukoko.
Sebastian Haller and Mukoko. Then
Yeah,
also they brought in another striker.
I was hoping for Bela
Edson
Kutskar actually.
Alvarez would have been a great signing. Yeah, I also thought
Yeah,
Edson
definitely,
Alvarez
definitely.
was going to Dortmund actually, but something happened and the deal collapsed.
He actually wanted us pretty bad. He mentioned in a couple of interviews as well, West Ham interview, even mentioned it with when he was away with Mexico. He actually wanted us pretty bad. Loves the atmosphere. Even talked with Kale. Kale backed up the transfer, but for some reason Tadic didn't want Alvarez. The reason unknown, but still, I
Yeah,
wanted Alvarez as well. Had Alvarez been there, he would have started every one of the games. I feel.
Fulkrug is actually the replacement of Haller when he won't be present here for AFCON.
Actually, he can do more than that. He should actually start every game right now. The based on considering the form Haller has been in, even Mokoko should start ahead of Haller. Haller hasn't been himself for since the season started. Actually, got a goal against Short Minds in the Pokal, but apart from that, very poor overall. Hasn't been able to uh, gather momentum, link up with his partners. Fulkrug Malen in the Freiburg game, they were actually the dynamic duo I hoped for. Even combined for a goal just after Fulkrug came on replacing Haller in the 60th minute. The game changed from then on. Haller hasn't been up to the mark, I would say, and he
No,
deserves
he
rest.
hasn't been that bad, but Fulkrug is doing better as of now. I mean, in the last game, he came and gave an assist to Malen.
Haller actually deserves some rest. Basically, after suffering from after recovering rather from testicular cancer, he deserves some rest. He can't start every game every 3 days. Target should bench him and give Fulkrug a chance. Now the thing is, Fulkrug has been suffering from injuries himself. Actually, he was injured before the transfer came through. He was suffering from muscle injury. That's why he had to pull away from the German national team as well. Couldn't participate in the games against Japan and France. Thomas Muller, that's why was called up as a replacement.
Is Benzema any better than Guerrero? Defensively, yes, but definitely not attacking wise. Guerrero gives much more attacking wise.
Guerrero is actually the best offensive fullback in the world. Debate on a comparative basis, he actually is. He created the most chances last season as a fullback, and if you can, I don't know how Tuchel will use him in Bayern, but when he was in Dortmund, they combined actually pretty well. Tuchel knew how to use him.
And what is your thought on seeing Guerrero joining Bayern? I mean, he played for Dortmund for so many years and then he's joining rival team. I mean, I know the transfers between Dortmund and Bayern happens many times, but what do you think this time?
Not recently, no. Mane, from Bayern, players have joined Dortmund actually more recently, whether
Yes,
it be
yes.
Sabitzer or Niklas Sule.
Hmm. Hummels too.
Yeah, Hummels actually still is our most expensive transfer.
Yeah. So I guess Thorgan has that left, and the big
I
one
would have loved
Bellingham left.
to. I would have loved to keep Dahoud here. I don't know how he left.
Rangan is
Mane,
name
on,
Snake. Yeah, carry on, carry on.
and and Thorgan Hazard leaving for Anderlecht is a bit. What can I say? leaves us with a little less depth, though the target was to get him off the payroll, which is actually huge, 5.5 million or something he earns per year. Considering that, may be good because he wasn't supposed to play. He actually mentioned that also in his Anderlecht interview. Overall, our window has been, I would say, a 4 or 5 out of 10. Hardly.
Mhm.
Lost Bellingham,
Another
lost
midfielder,
Guerrero.
another midfielder would have been better. A defensive
Yeah,
mid, I
yeah,
mean.
yeah. With Chan
And
having the arm, the problem is
and
Terzic won't drop him as much. So
mm,
the problem is Chan can have maybe a 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 and start every game. Terzic dropping him will give the impression that he is unsure of his own decisions.
decision. Yeah. And I think Dortmund made a mistake by letting go of Dawood. He's a brilliant player
Yeah,
whenever he
yeah, yeah.
plays. I mean, I
Actually,
know he. Yeah.
last season, the first departure that happened was Dahoud. He was Kale announced that he won't renew his contract in February or something, which was quite shocking to me because he deserved to play. Before his injury, he was quite solid actually last season. Then got injured and didn't play as much. But then Kale said he won't renew his contract. Yeah, Adeyemi. I don't know what happened to Adeyemi. People are saying different things, but Adeyemi's downfall has been rather appalling to me.
I mean, he's
Adeyemi,
still
Malen,
very
and
young. He can come back easily.
come back easily, yes, but he is messing up rather easy touches. Every momentum of every attack, he is messing up actually. Adeyemi shouldn't start game right now.
Mm.
Adeyemi and Malen actually turned the season around in the second half. And Malen has kept scoring. Maybe had a poor game against Heidenheim, missed 4 or 5 big chances, easy rather one-on-one chances, but he's amongst the score sheet. He's scoring regularly. Even against Freiburg, he scored the equalizer 2-2. So
Yeah.
Ademi is, despite that Ademi is starting games. I would rather prefer Reina. I don't know Reina if whether he will travel to PSG. He should start or Royce. Definitely, Royce changed the game the moment he came on against Freiburg. Top class delivery for the 3-2 for set piece and scored the fourth one himself. So, and shocking thing is he didn't even play a single minute since the first match day. So, considering that, he has
Yeah.
been pretty good.
I think Terzic made a mistake by not bringing on Royals in the game against Heidenheim.
Definitely, he gives us momentum. He gives us experience. He gives us a positive energy.
Rangan is saying Duran should start. Is he that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely,
Will
definitely.
that Belgian kid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
came from Anderlecht.
yeah, he looked good. Yeah.
Sorry, came from Brazil, I think. Brazil or Anderlecht. I don't remember actually.
So let's talk about before talking about the PSG game. Let's talk about Dortmund's last game against Freiburg.
Yeah.
Dortmund
It
came
was a
back
shaky win,
from
actually built out by individual brilliance, I would say. Not at all a convincing performance, I would say. And uh, we actually threw away a lead in first half stoppage time itself, exclusively in first half stoppage time. We were leading 1-0 until the 45th minute. Yeah. Then actually Freiburg could have uh, taken the lead before that also. Leonhardt hit the post once and they created a few chances. And then Gregoritsch got injured and Vincenzo Grifo came in. And Vincenzo Grifo is one of the best takers in the league by
Yes.
without a shadow of doubt. He
Hmm.
came in and even in the post-match interviews, Terzic and KL both said that and even Hamels made a pretty good point actually that we shouldn't give away silly fouls in dangerous areas against Freiburg because they are one of the best set piece takers in the league. So and again coming back to Adeyemi, he gave away the foul that made it 2-1 from Freiburg in 45 plus 7 around the 52nd minute. So I would say not at all a convincing performance by no means, but 3 points is what counts, and hopefully three away points rather, which is huge. And Freiburg is a pretty good side, though they had a lot of injuries, but a platform to build upon, surely.
Yeah, Freiburg is always difficult to beat. I mean, to win against them, and
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
at their home. It's all
Actually, I
very
read a
solid
stat
team.
somewhere. Yeah, actually, I read a stat somewhere that they haven't conceded more than once in the last 17 home games, which suggests how strong defensively they are at home, especially. And to score 4 goals is a good thing to take away from that win. But performance-wise, not at all sound. We depended upon the subs, especially to bail us out. Full group came on, gave the assist. Royce came on the set piece, and then scored the fourth one himself. And even without the fourth one, actually, it could have been pretty dicey. And the biggest thing is they actually went down to 10 men. I don't think we could have turned the game around with a had Freiburg not been gone down to 10 men actually.
Yeah, and I mean, if you have to depend on Hummels to score 2 goals, that
Yeah,
says is
yeah,
all.
yeah. And the first one, the Hummels header, the first one brand delivery from corner. So that one was a free header. That was actually poor from Freiburg. That was actually a set piece we have seen Dortmund defend in recent years rather.
Yeah, Rangan is
And the
asking
second one,
thoughts on Terzic.
look, I love the man, but hasn't been hasn't shown rather that he is the right man for the job as of now. The first 4 games, yeah, 4 or 5 games, including the Pokal, you would say. But
Yeah,
yeah, give him time, like 3, 4 games. Dismissing him isn't an option right now, like Vadzke or Kiel said. But if we keep playing like this, I don't know how long should we wait before we should go for a replacement or go for someone with more experience like Nagelsmann. Though I don't know, he would rather go for the German head coach job. So let's see.
I
I
think
don't know actually.
I think Nagelsmann should go for Dortmund rather than the Germany job
Yeah, yeah. But
because
there are a lot
Germany
of
team is
constraints there.
pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I saw a rumor yesterday that said Nagelsmann will opt for the Germany job after Euro 2024, which is quite far actually. So he can put on a stint at Dortmund, but paying off Bayern because he is in contract with them it would cost us a lot at this point. But I don't know, should be good actually. What 10 million or 15 million? I don't know exactly the number, but we should go for it if the results don't come our way or we don't improve the way we play football right now.
Yeah, I mean Terzic is Dortmund through and through, but let's be honest,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not even at the
Tactically, that's
level of
sound or yeah, yeah.
not at the
Tactically,
tactical
not
level
that
of
sound.
even Marco Rosa. I think Marco Rosa, then Javi Alonso, all of them are a
Yeah,
better coach than Terzic.
Leverkusen had a solid window, and Xavi Alonso is making them play some wonderful football. Actually, that's why they are top of the table right now, no doubt.
Yes, yes.
And I don't know how long they will be able to keep this going, but they are pretty good to watch. I watched the Bayern versus Leverkusen game, and they were pretty good.
Uh,
And with
Now let's
Boniface,
talk.
especially up front,
Rangan is saying sacking Rose was a huge mistake. Yes, definitely. I still think Rose would have done much better than Terzic.
yeah, it came out of the blue actually. Nobody was expecting for Rose to get sacked. We just finished our season, though it was a pretty mediocre, below average season, but uh, we brought in the transfers. Should have given him more time, but that's that, I guess. More than one season has gone by, and no point in dwelling on the past.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the Group F. I guess we already talked about that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Then no need to talk again. Now let's talk about the main match: PSG versus Dortmund. It's a huge match, to be honest. I mean, every
yeah,
match
yeah,
in this group is huge.
yeah. Especially to get points on the board early on in the first match day is especially crucial. At least if we can even secure a draw, I would say it will be a great result for us because PSG have a few absentees and they lost 2-3 to Nice at home, which is and we won 4-2. So it should be a it should be some
PSG's transfer window has been brilliant, but their gameplay so far hasn't been that good.
yeah, they have a
Some
new coach.
questions
They
has been
have a
asked
lot. Yeah,
Luis
they have
Enrique.
a lots of new personnel. So integrating them will take time actually. With
Hmm.
Ugarte, Warren Zaire Emery starting games, they will need some time to get acquainted. But they have individual brilliance once again. Mbappe, the likes of Mbappe can turn games around by himself only. Dembele actually.
Finishing a draw would mean more than
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
draw would be a great result.
I will take a draw any day, especially against PSG away. Probably the toughest fixture in this group for us.
Yeah.
Maybe next comes San Siro, Milan away. But apart from that, PSG is still the toughest fixture away, especially. So, and
Hmm.
it's the first match day. So, taking a point and starting the campaign will be rather pretty uh, good actually. And with the run of games coming in, I don't know whether full group will start. Uh, it's I guess a
Fulkrug should
50-50.
start.
Yes, but recovering from that muscle injury. Last day against Freiburg, he said, Terzic said in his post-match interview that uh, he was capable to play around 30 minutes, and exactly he played 30 minutes. Haller was subbed off around the 60th minute, 59th minute or something. And even if Fulkrug isn't able to start, definitely Mukoko should start, but I don't think Terzic will favor him against PSG in such a big game. Hoping
Yeah.
for Fulkrug
Rangan
to
is
stay fit.
saying Dortmund's toughest fixture is Dortmund themselves. Yeah, Dortmund should, to be honest, park the bus because if they play a bit high line or even a medium line, then you know Mbappe,
Yeah.
Dembele can easily score.
We have to double up on Mbappe. No other way to stop him. Rather, we have double up on Mbappe. Maybe uh, I don't know which wing he will play on, but if he plays right wing, then we have to double up on him. But with Wolf, I don't know. Wolf has been shocking so far. Uh,
Wolf defensively is pretty bad, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially pretty bad, and he has some. I don't know how to term this, but he has some awful moments in more or less every game. Last game he made an assist, which was a good ball, but for us that assist against Freiburg. But apart
What?
from that, he is a Dortmund quality. Let's be honest. He is a good fighter and uh, he works hard, considered, but he's in Dortmund quality.
Is More still injured?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mure hasn't been included in the Champions League squad. We have Henry
And
Blank from the under 19 team. Bueno is there. So
what happened to Munir? He left or he's still there?
talks are being held to terminate Nunez contract. Actually, Club Brage is interested,
Oh,
and Nunez is injured also. So maybe we won't see Nunez in a Dortmund shirt again, which I won't mind actually.
even Sule can start at right back, I guess. If
Yeah, 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 definitely. And Sule at right back
that will be great.
isn't as bad as we can hope for. Yeah, Ryerson should definitely start. Ryerson is actually tireless worker. He goes up front, sprints back. He has that workhorse mentality.
And the midfield, I guess Emre Can will definitely start. And
Yeah, yeah,
who
yeah.
will be the other one?
He won't be
Sabitzer.
dropped in such a game. Sabitzer, huh? Can Sabitzer brand and up front? I don't think Adeyemi will start in this game. I hope Tazic has learned his lesson.
But
Marlon
Adeyemi could
also,
be helpful in the counter attacks, I guess, for
yeah,
his speed. I mean,
actually
in
true.
the game against
In this
Chelsea,
game, yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
for this game,
Because there will
Adeyemi.
be a lot of transition period in this game because we won't have the ball as much as we have in a typical Bundesliga game. PSG will keep the ball and position will be rather evenly distributed, or PSG will have the have an upper hand basically. So I if Adeyemi is given the opportunity to start, he should seize it. I mean, he won't have a better opportunity to make a point for himself. If not this game,
Yes.
actually, he has been consistently poor this season. Missed up lot of chances, lots of attacks. Hasn't been himself for what we saw in the last season. So if he's made to start, he should grab the opportunity with both hands. And
Yes.
yes, definitely, I think Roy should definitely 100% should start in this game, especially in
But
this game.
in but in place of whom? Royce.
Maybe Adeyemi change the formation a bit. Maybe Brandt has played on the wings this season. Maybe slot Royce as a 10
Yeah.
and play full Krug Malen up front.
Yeah, that will be good, I guess.
And
Now,
Hamel should definitely start. Last game Sule was benched, but Hamel, especially in a game like this, which is experience, should definitely start. Either with Schlotterbeck or Sule, I don't care actually, but Hamel should definitely start.
I think Sule should start because Slaughterberg
Yeah.
gives away penalties in big matches. As
Yes,
far I have seen so.
Slaughterbeck has been a bit below average, considering his potential actually. He hasn't been that good.
Yes. Now,
Even in the game against Japan, he received a grade 6, I guess, rated by Bill.
yes, I mean, he has so far not, reached his, well, what we thought of
Potential.
him, he has not reached that. Yes, potential.
Yeah.
Okay,
Haaland
now
should
let's
definitely start.
finally, I guess let's do some prediction
No
of
clue
who where.
absolutely regarding this prediction. It's the hardest to predict this group. Dortmund can end up with 0 points as well. Dortmund can top the group as well. So I don't want to make a fool of myself looking back in December, but going by the books, PSG should top the group.
Yes,
Second place is
PSG
extremely difficult
should
to
definitely top.
predict. Yeah. Going by the on paper, PSG should definitely top. Milan have huge CL pedigree. So hopefully they will, hopefully, not hopefully, uh, hopefully they won't turn up, but you should expect Milan to turn up in a CL game. Even with the semis last year.
No way how it has Dortmund can top this. I mean,
Is the
it can happen,
unpredictability
but
of the group. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
because
chances are 5%, but it
PSG
can
tends.
happen because Terzic usually does well in this Champions League against City. Against City in both the legs last couple of seasons. He did actually pretty good.
Hmm,
So in high octane fixtures like this, nobody knows actually. This group is very difficult to judge basically.
predict. Yeah.
But going by the books, PSG should top. Second place Dortmund or Milan. Basically, I will
I mean, we
have the
cannot
group
write
just
off.
the way it is right now. PSG top, second Dortmund, third Milan, fourth Newcastle.
We cannot write out Newcastle as well because they have some
Yeah,
brilliant
yeah.
players.
But yeah, definitely,
Isak came
definitely.
from Dortmund. I mean, who was a Dortmund product?
Bruno Guimaraes.
We can't predict anything in the group except Dortmund not qualifying. Come on, Rangan,
Yeah,
show some confidence to get your team.
we have to take every fixture one at a time. But
Hmm.
ahead of us are some pretty tough fixtures. Every week we have couple of tough fixtures. Actually, we should have capitalized on the fixture we had. August starting from September mid. We had an easy run of fixtures. Cologne, yeah, at home we won. Then Bochum, then Heidenheim. We should have taken 6 points from those two games. The dressing
Yes,
room would have been happy. Tarzic would have something to build on. I am not saying we should have outplayed them, but a win should have been there actually. Like the Freiburg game,
I
it
mean
was far
against
from perfect actually.
yes
Far from
against
perfect
Heidenheim,
actually.
Dortmund definitely should have won. I mean, they are
Yeah,
a
yeah,
newly
yeah.
promoted side. We were
Actually,
leading 2
uh,
nil from there. You should
actually, we
be
gave
winning.
them their first ever point in Bundesliga history that game. And last day, yeah, yesterday they won against Bremen 3-2, 3-2 or 4-2, something like that.
4-2, 4-2 some.
Yeah, 4-2.
I guess. Yeah.
That game actually we
Yesterday even
our
Darmstadt drew 3-3 against Gladbach. I mean, the newly
yeah,
promoted
yeah.
teams are doing well.
They were actually 3-0 up. Darmstadt was
Yeah.
3-0 up. Gladbach came back from behind and drew the game 3-3. But
Yes.
they could have won against Ankara, missed a penalty, then made 3-3, scored a Waldi himself, the third goal. Neuhaus
Yes.
scored a goal. Gladbach can be relegated, off topic, but
I
Gladbach
will love it.
hasn't been
I will love
even couldn't uh, they weren't able to uh, take points away from Bayern, which is their bread and butter actually. 6 points in those two fixtures, you can always hope for. Even if they lose the rest of the 32 games, they can you
it.
can bank upon on them on those two matches against Bayern, home and away.
Yes, yes. I mean, they took the lead against us as well. I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
thinking that yeah, it's happening again,
Who
but somehow we won, I guess.
Tail scored the 2-1 goal, right?
Yes, yes. From Kimmich's corner,
Yeah,
Tell scored that
yeah,
goal.
yeah.
Hmm.
Tail is actually
I,
getting regular minutes, which is I want the same with Mukoko actually, but Tadic hasn't been playing him for a while now. So
yeah, Tell is doing, I mean, improving massively in every game. He's
yeah,
scoring goals, giving assists. More can we ask from him?
uh, he's creating chances as well. I saw in the Leverkusen game, the Goretzka goal. That was all his work actually.
Yes, and he's learning from Kane, which will help him definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Tail is one for the future actually.
Inter AC Milan lost to Inter Milan 5-1, so they are
Yeah,
not in so good form as well. So anything
but
can
you
happen
can't,
in this.
but you can't bank AC Milan's form on that because they have huge field pedigree. They have won 7 titles actually, the second most after Real Madrid. So in a CL night, they're always you can always rely on them to deliver a performance. And derbies aren't something you can base some team's overall performance on or the form they are in.
Yeah,
Milan is playing away or at home against Newcastle.
let me check. Uh, Milan is playing at home.
Yeah, so even better for them actually.
Hmm.
They will go for the 3 points. Newcastle are a pretty good side too, but they haven't been in the CL for a long time. And I saw the Liverpool game. Didn't saw I didn't see the game yesterday. I don't know who Newcastle played against, but the against Liverpool, I saw that game and they were actually 1-0 up. Created a whole lot of chances. They should have steered clear of Liverpool. Were actually down to 10 men after Van Dijk was sent off. And Liverpool, Darwin Nunez was subbed on and they came back from behind and scored. Darwin Nunez backed the brace and they won that game. But Newcastle should have actually
At least
uh,
drew that game.
gone for the 3 points. Yeah,
Yeah,
at least they should have won that game with 10 men Liverpool and they created a whole lot of chances. Anthony Gordon, Almiron, and lot of chances they created. They missed a whole lot of chances. So basically, they're a bit unpredictable, like this group actually. So can't base.
but
They can.
Eddie Howe is a good manager. Maybe even
Yeah,
better
yeah,
than
yeah,
Terzic.
yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. We have talked everything we could. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you, Aritra, for coming to the channel.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Great to be here. Pleasure talking to you, and we should do this another time actually.
yes, yes, definitely we will do it again. So thank you everyone for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. So yeah.